Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath, and I just like having these little one-take talks on how I feel about things. Yeah, I don't edit here. I just flow, go with the flow. If I foible here, make a mistake, trip up, what do you do? I'm a human being. Yeah, I got a soul, but I'm still just having a human experience. We all make mistakes. I understand a lot of people are kind of worried about some things right now. I think people are looking at big picture stuff, maybe. Maybe not just on the macro. They're seeing things in a more macro. They're not looking at them so micro. They're seeing them on a macro level now, is how I'm seeing it. More people. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple weeks here. Things will settle down. I ain't tripping. The way I look at it. So, where were you when the world ended? Because it ain't the same, and it's never going to be like it was before, and it's only going to continue to change. I think a group of people haven't had not one idea on how they wanted to see the outcome, and, well, there's a more positive outcome, and the more positive way, it'll benefit more people. So I think there's going to be a whole lot of plot twists that are going to be in more people's favor than, less. And for that, things are going to get good, yeah. I look at energy. I want to talk about energy for a little bit. When I was a young girl, I had so much energy, a lot of energy, get fired up about stuff. That's life force, man. That's our spirit. That's what we are. It's our ambition. It's our passion. It's our joy. It's our drive. Force. It's our force. And what do people do with their energy? I was very inquisitive. I wanted to do things, try things with my energy. I didn't just sit there. When I was a little kid, there were video games, and that's when people started using their energy to play video games, and I always had too much of my own, so I went outside, play amongst nature and the animals stuff. I've always been a high vibrational being, and animals have always attracted me. As a matter of fact, I opened my back door, and there's two ducks, male female, right out my back door down the hill, and in the creek. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I got a couple cool pictures. They come every year. There are a couple, so it was good to see them. Saw them last week. Got a couple more pictures of them. They came back. Got a little snow this morning. It's cold. That's the dip. It's the frequency. It's the fear, man. Fear, as above, so below. As within, so without. People get caught up in this vibration and get carried away, like swept away. That's the way I see it in my mind. Is when I was a little girl, I had years and years of swim lessons, and we used to go body surfing down in Avila Beach, central coastal California. My father would take us the 4th of July and whatnot, buy us a hot dog. One year I found $40 floating in the ocean, and there were so many people around. It was amazing. Anyway, I tell that story in other videos too. So what I learned was, is when the waves come at you, it's big and scary, and it's oh so up there, right? And that's what's happening. There's this wave because most people are getting the idea about things because they believe what they're told. They're just always believe what they're told. So they're told, there's this virus, you're going to get sick and die. you know, Everybody's getting it. It's so contagious, and it's a cold. It is, and yeah, people unfortunately are dying. Unfortunately, these are people that hadn't taken care of themselves their whole entire life, and there's a great deal of underlying. And there's I'm sure there's going to be instances of healthy people that when it's your time, man. Whether it's a cold or it's a planes freaking crash into your building, every 30 years these cycles are happening. And the way I look at it is we're getting the karma from all the crap that we've done on at the cycles of these times and other periods of history. Like, for instance, one of the cycles that are happening in the sky right now we're revisiting getting to revisit our behavior with is the bombing of Iwo Jima, and I was stationed at Air Force Base in the middle of America off it, where they modified the aircraft to drop the bombs at Iwo Jima, and think about the vibrational stamp of fear that killing 4 million people with one bomb put in the wave, and fear is a vibration and it trickles out, right? So, Japan got it first, and then it spouted out, and then now that fear is trickling out, and if you're a fearful person, you're going to act according to that. I'm not. I'm a faithful person. I've been talking for 3 years about how people need to practice for this period of time. Don't react. Input the data, respond, be prepared, whatnot, blah, 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 and now, hey, drill's up. This is not a drill. This is the real deal. And what I see it mostly happening is I like the wave analogy, is when the wave comes at you, the wave has trickled out across the world. The world is not that small. There's not as many people in the world as they say. That's what they do. They make up numbers so then they can make up the budgets to support the numbers that they say exist, and then they put the money in their own pockets. And every time something like this happens, people that need the help never get it. They never do. That's why this stuff is happening, because what they do and all the money that they use to pay themselves, their ideas are just terrible. I know that they mean well, but they just have really bad ideas and they don't work because the help never gets to the people. They just keep opening up more offices and buying more lavish office supplies and office furniture to fill the offices, to man these buildings, to put people in, to come up with ideas to help people, but the help never goes to the people. But the people could live in the offices. Anyway, it's all changing. It's everyone is ascending. Everyone is waking up more. They're coming into light of more of who they are. And if people fall, people make mistakes, people get scared, they act out, they get violent, and that's the karma for them to pay, and hopefully people will figure it out. So just what I recommend is dive under the wave. If you start to feel fear coming on about anything, look at it as a wave in the ocean. If you've ever been in the ocean or at a water park or something, if you dive under the wave, through it, there is no impact. It just rolls right over the top of you and crashes behind you. You don't even feel it. You don't even trip. You don't even sweat it. So just freaking let it break over there, Don't take it on. Mom's always saying that. I'm like, Mom, I'm an empath. I can't help but take it on. Most of my time I spend transmuting stuff, Karma just... It's just kind of what I do. More and more people are figuring out what roles they serve in this weird game, this weird woo world that we live in, that they said wasn't like this, but it in fact is. So I've been watching Better Things. I really like that show, Pamela. I don't know, I can't remember her last name. I think it's great. Alden. She's an actress raising her 3 daughters while being a woman in Hollywood and single parent and stuff. And it's just, and I'm like her, I'm cantankerous and freaking potty mouth and stuff like that. And more people are being able to be free to, be who they are. A lot of people have had to play a role because that's what society was about, playing roles. And hey, guess what? There's too many empaths. People are becoming too empathic. You can't freaking bullshit people anymore because everybody is beginning to read energy. So, and they're speaking out on it. Like, why does it feel like you're saying that, why don't we get down to the nuts and bolts of the situation, Hey, people can't get food. I know there's plenty of people that need diets. I could stand to lose a couple pounds by myself. I put on a couple of comfort pounds over the winter, That's what you do, and then the spring comes and you work it off. That's what the balance of it is. I never put on too much. I go for plenty of walks during the cold months too. So fitness, man. Fitness is about health is wealth, and that's what people are finding out. It doesn't matter what you got. I saw these. I did see one freaking dumbass who bought up all this hand sanitizer and stuff, like all of it in town. Went with his buddies in like moving trucks and like wiped out General Dollar Store, and then freaking went to freaking put it up on what is that, Amazon or whatever, and they shut it down because he was selling it for like $7 to $70 a bottle or whatever. And that's, I'm just trying. This guy was dumbass was like, I'm just trying to make a fast buck I'm just trying to make some money for my family. And I'm just like, dude, that's what people are figuring out. Because there's a whole bunch of us that in an instant recognize, what an asshole, you don't do that. But his mind is opportunity, and more people are finding out that you got to find out a gift within yourself to use as an opportunity. You can't squander anymore, because that cheater shit, it ain't gonna vibe in the 5D world. So vibe higher, folks. You gotta use your own mind. Me, I'm a photographer. I make really badass candy cookies. They're wonderful. They're delightful. And I hear they make you feel nothing but bliss. You gotta be 21, and I don't sell them either. Nope, I just give them away for treats sometimes. And sometimes, one day, and people give people money all the time. So, I figure I give my cookies away, it comes back to me, good karma. Or if you have any IT needs, long distance, close, far away, I'm an IT pro. I can help you diagnose, troubleshoot, fix your problems. You got a problem? I'm trained in the Air Force. I'm a mechanic. Don't really like to be an electrician much, because I don't like getting electrocuted. I like high vibes, but electricity, I've had too many shocks, so I try to keep it down at a grounded level. So I'm a jack of all trades, tirades. I'm a Heyoka. I've been training for years because I never wanted to be in a position ever in my life where I wasn't prepared. So I'm prepared for all situations at this point. Let me reiterate that, because I'm not prepared for all situations. Because the universe has very, very, very funny sense of humor and can always come up stuff that I haven't thought about. So I'd like to think that whatever comes up in life, that the universe is giving me and is always giving me guidance to support me to move forward, so I can be the best use to me and my fellow man. So anyway, that's about all I got for now. Hope folks are chilling, go within, enjoy the freaking quiet time, man. There's plenty of work to do here in a few weeks. Enjoy life, man, and start visualizing, picturing the new world, how you want it to be, because the old one is gone. Hope you have a rad evening. Peace.